Trying to get one of these lights on here. Gonna do some painting together today. So, trying to get together the rest of the Hive Storm? The Kill Team box that comes with the Volkus terrain. So I've been working on it for a little while, and I wanted to speed it along so that I actually table it. And, you know, that's like, I don't mind putting up stuff that's like, you know, the white and black. Like, I don't mind that, but I'd rather have it look spiffy. I don't know. I have trouble. So I'm more okay with this, where it's like, it's just kind of dry brushed in. So anyways, my goal is to finish the rest of the pieces that we have here. So I need to finish this one up here. These two like main ones are kind of done, but I still have a lot I want to do to them to make them look nice. I like the terrain to pop a little bit, you know, like with color. So I ordered a bunch of these like little jars, and they have leaves inside of them. And I glue those down and make like little vines and things. And I got like different color of them. I did this with Marvel Crisis Protocol terrain a bunch in the past. And, you know, I liked how that turned out. It had like some liveliness to it. A status update on Riker's vehicle. This is the first vehicle that we've been working on for his orc army. It's just an orc truck. He helped me paint this one. And I like how it's turning out. I really like painting orc stuff because, I don't know, you can just kind of make it look like anything, you know? Hey, how's it going, G-Money? And I like the idea that you can kind of just put some garbage together and make it look orcish. I don't know, that is definitely my son Riker's energy. All right, so one of the first things I need to do is make a little bit of a wash, because I'm going to try and soak these guys in wash. And I looked up how to make a wash, and it said I needed isopropyl alcohol. And I spent a long time looking for isopropyl alcohol. I'm pretty sure my son stole it to clean his earbuds, which he wears 24/7. All right, so my secondary thought for making a wash is that I'm going to use up some of my older washes. I don't know, that seems like a waste. Well, I'm going to just wing it and mix some water together and the base acrylic paint. I got a bunch of this stuff that I just got from like Hobby Lobby. All right. Going to wing it a little bit because I did this sort of wash for the other part. And since I know I'm going to be dry brushing it anyways, like a lot of it, doesn't have to be perfect. And that's also one of the things I like about terrain, especially like the ruins. I don't know, it's hard to mess it up. You know, it's like, it's gonna look ruddy when you're all done. And if it looks ruddy, you probably did it right, you know? Like this one, I think this is all just dry brushing, right? Like it's not fancy. I didn't do crazy work on this. Like this is not skill. This is just dry brushing, like with the biggest brush I have, colors in I don't know, not pattern, the sequence, right? Like do this color, then this color. All right, let me put this down this way. My son helped me get our whole setup ready to go because I had like painting stuff over at my desk. And while we were gone one day, we came back and my son had like started setting up the desk from his room with the rest of the paints on it. It was really cool. It was nice. Then it like inspired me to actually finish it. So I have like a bunch of what are these guys from? The Cursed City. A bunch of the guys from the Cursed City that I'm mostly, like, I want to play the game, but I'm mostly using their miniatures in our tabletop RPG games because they just really fit the vibe and aesthetic. But I do also want to play the game eventually. This is my wife's kill team of the sisters, which are primed, and she's started painting one of them. And then I told her, like, hey, you maybe want to listen to like a lore video to learn about like the sisters a little bit, Sisters of Battle. So she's holding off until she actually watches something. What don't you understand? All right, let me get my wash going. Do any of you all play tabletop RPGs? I have a game that I play on Fridays and Saturdays. And tonight I was doing a bit of preparation work for RPG, and I got to start writing a journal. You know, I don't do journaling often in tabletop RPGs, but every time I do it, I have a really good time, and I forget, like, afterwards, like, why don't I do this more often? Anyways, it was a fun bit of journaling, just like kind of coming up with what this witch hunter party had done before they died. You know, and like one of the members has the ability to kind of like write down some stuff before she dies, and anyways, it was fun to come up with their last few minutes of life and stuff. Playing Dragon's Dogma. Let's see, what's more fun? Play Kill Team or good old Warhammer? You know, I haven't played old world Warhammer, if that's what you're talking about, or do you mean 40K? As far as that goes, I don't know. I haven't actually played 40K. I'm just starting building my armies. So I have Imperial Agents army that I've started building for myself because I want to play as them. My son is building a Tyranid army, and I'm helping my youngest son to build an Orc army, of which this is our first mostly completed battle truck. So we're just getting started on Warhammer stuff. Kill Team I've had a few games of, and I rather like Kill Team. I like Kill Team a lot more than the other war games that I'd played before. Like, I think I like just the way Kill Team plays, the way the miniature, like the miniature count is. I don't know. I like the tactics and strategy. It plays really well. Let's see. A beam is the seed of some plants in the legume family. Vegetable, human consumption. I did not know that. Seeds are often preserved through drying. Thanks for letting me know. All right, I have some of my wash ready to start smearing onto these white buildings here. And I'm just gonna go nuts with it because I plan on putting a lot more layers on here. And this is just like a total garbage brush. So just take this down and make everything kind of turn grayish. And I like how all the liquid kind of pools down at the bases. Putting it on washes is like I did not start doing things with washes, but now like I'll plan my whole paint or whole paint job around washes. You know, it's totally lazy. I know. I am not like. I enjoy painting. I have fun with the painting, but I kind of would rather be playing. You know, like in the hobby thing, I think the things I like most is building the models and playing with the models. Painting is fine. You know, like I enjoy it. It's a good time. I think I like building the terrain and painting terrain more than I like painting miniatures because I'm just not good at painting miniature faces. And I don't know, it's like the economy of time or something. Because I'll take a miniature here, like this is a miniature I painted. And this is, for me, like this is good enough. You know, like my son will spend hours and hours just putting together, you know, like her face is good enough. You know, I probably don't like her gloves a little bit. Like I'd probably like to dry brush some brown over the gloves, but I might even allow for that. Now, what I will spend time on is basing. Like I enjoy the putting the basing on and like using, you know, rocks and debris and stuff. I really have a fun time doing that. I didn't think I would, but painting is probably my least favorite part of the hobby so far. You know, it's like, I don't hate it. You know, like I would actually rather be painting than like playing a video game generally. Probably rather be painting than editing. There's like a few things I probably like painting is up higher than that. But as far as hobby stuff, I think making terrain and then actually playing the games, that's higher tier to me. So if I can ever do dry brushing or shades or something to make the painting job quicker, I'll totally do that. My son, on the other hand, I think he probably could start entering contests at some point. I mean, he's not good enough that he could do it now, but like at some point in his future, he could put enough time and energy that he might be someone who tried to get like, you know, whatever, the golden demons or something. I would not even try. That's not of any interest to me at all. All right, now I'm going to take this one. This one's a lot softer, and I'm just going to dab it in there and let it absorb a bunch of the excess stuff. And this one is just a big makeup brush. It's just like a foundation brush or something. There we go. And now I'm going to start getting the inside of it. So I don't know. I just so I'm making terrain. This is the Volkus terrain set from Kill Team, and it's been sitting around in my house just unpainted for a long time. So I want to get it ready to be tabled, put it together so we can actually start playing regular kill games or Kill Team games. I like being able to play with my son on a regular basis. So like when we had Marvel Crisis Protocol all painted and up and ready to go, and like the terrain was there, and I just left them out on the table for like a whole month last summer, and we just played so much. It was really fun. It is harder to play war games during like the regular school year, you know, because like my son, he gets home late, and he's got Taekwondo, and it's like we just end up not having time for it. But I know summertime is basically like we're just gonna play war games, you know. So if I have all this terrain ready to go and it looks cool, he'll be enticed to play, and so will I. So I want to get the terrain built. I do have a bunch of orc stuff I'm trying to put together and paint right now, along with all the Imperial agents for my own army. But right now, Kill Team terrain takes precedence. Is your son a Therian? My son is yeah, that's right, Wog! My son is a dirty Zergling. He's super into the Zerg. Sorry, I call him Zerg. Sorry, Tyranid. I have to get out of my my StarCraft mentality. You have to forgive me. I'm sorry. I know, heretic. I'm slowly getting used to like going from StarCraft to Warhammer. Anyways, it's gonna take me time, but my son is totally into Tyranids. He likes the big, massive, chunky monsters. He's mostly interested in big, chunky monsters. I don't know that he cares about any of the little guys. I can't remember what they're called. The knots, something. Let's see. Yeah, and the thing I'm using is basically just a garbage brush, and this is acrylic paint, just watered down. I have seen on YouTube that people suggested adding alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and I have alcohol somewhere, but I can't find it. So I managed to do this the other night with it, and it worked, and it created this kind of dark thing, which I dry brushed over the dark blue. So I'm gonna have like one building that's gonna be kind of a midnight looking color, and I'm gonna take some gold and light and go over this, and then some silver. And I'll probably put some like, I don't know, like graffiti or something on there, and then I'm done with it. The last thing I'll end up doing is putting a bunch of these leaves on. If there ain't it were like a cat or a coyote or a fox. I didn't know that. What armies do you all play? And do you play Kill Team? That's kind of one of the things I've noticed. Like I know a lot of people play Warhammer at my local game store, but it seems like not nearly as many play Kill Team, and I sort of wonder why that is. Because I came into the wargaming hobby from the like the skirmish perspective. Like I started with Marvel Crisis Protocol, so I started with skirmishes. But it seems like a lot of the people who play Warhammer don't play Kill Team. I don't know. That's just based on my anecdotal observations at my own game store. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. How's it going? How should you get into Warhammer? I would start with Kill Team. Like if I were going to start Warhammer over again or like brand new, I'd go pick up the Hivestorm box or the Plague Marine versus the Space Marine box. Like those two boxes are pretty good value for I think the industry as a whole. Like this terrain, okay, if you like building and painting this stuff, this terrain is really fun to put together. And then, I enjoy painting terrain far more than the miniatures, as I mentioned, because the miniatures are very precise, and I'm just not that great at painting. But yeah, like if I would start with Kill Team. The one with the Space Marines, I think that box is like $110 or $120. So like with tax, it's like $130, which is basically board game price. If you think about like most of the like big board games that are out, and it gives you a lot to start off with, including the building and painting and some like MDF terrain, or the Hive Storm box, which is even more building and painting. And you actually get like a little more of a feel for how like Warhammer works, because you can build those models differently. Like there's different sculpts you can build, which is kind of like a higher tier. Like when I first started with like the Warhammer Kill Team stuff, that was like my first time playing with a game where I could choose how the model was built, and it mattered different how the model was built. And that messed with me, because I came from Marvel Crisis Protocol, where it's like, you just put Spider-Man together, and then he's Spider-Man. And I was like, I don't understand this, right? I go to this Kill Team, and now I'm going to put a model together, but he can't be this one if he's built a certain way. Like, I'm going to build him with a flamethrower, and now he can't be this thing too. Like, that was like, oh, weird, okay? And I didn't understand it at first. Like, I actually thought that was a worse way to make a game when I first started. I actually like it now. But maybe I'm weird. I don't know. At least I don't mind it. I like painting the figures. I had no idea how to play. So have you played? Have you played a war game before? Like any type of war game? I think there's a few of them that are like Heroescape. Am I saying that right? It's the Wizards of the Coast one, where you've got like miniatures and these hex tiles. And the hex tiles are like really cool. Like they link together and they make like little cities and stuff. Anyways, that's one of those like war games where I'm like, all right, this is kind of a board game, but it's also kind of a war game. Like I could totally understand someone picking this thing up as their first war game and then going, hey, this is cool. I like painting these miniatures and, playing on this hex tile thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe that leads to actual war games. Yeah, I'll say actual war games. I don't know. Like the Heroescape one, I know there's some complexity there, and like you can paint the miniatures, but like I mentioned, I actually like when you're building the model of the figure. I like that you build it a certain way and it means something in the game. I don't know, because it gives some purpose to like the weapons you choose. I know it's a way for like Games Workshop to like charge you for a second version of the thing. Like I get it, right? I understand that. But again, I like the whole building and painting process, because like this is like when I was a kid, when I was 16, I used to build Star Wars models. Like I used to go to the hobby store and pick up like a Star Wars Millennium Falcon and build it with model paint. And I really got a kick out of that. I hadn't done it since I was like, I don't know, 17 or 18. So it's been like 20 something years since I painted a model. But I was surprised that I really enjoy this. Like this is, like, okay, I like trying to make this thing look messed up, right? Like it's totally fun trying to make this thing look like it's a vehicle, and also look, I don't want to say look like it's painted bad, but I mean like, I want it to look like orcs painted it, which is a fun way to paint. I don't know, I get a kick out of that. So I was surprised that I enjoyed this aspect of the hobby. I really just got into this because I kind of wanted to play with toys in a board game form. I don't know, I kept going to the hobby store and it just looked so cool. It was all these people that were just playing toys in a game form, right? It's like XCOM, but there's like a crafting aspect. I assumed I would not like the crafting aspect at all, and I was really just getting Marvel Crisis Protocol because I wanted like a means to an end to that kind of game, right? Like, okay, whatever. This is just, I have to build these models in order to play this game, whatever. I'll figure it out. By the time I made like a Hulk miniature, I was like, well, let's try and paint it a little bit good. It's Hulk, right? I mean, this can't be too hard to try and paint Hulk. He's just green, and so I tried a little bit more with that one. That was fun. It was fun actually trying to paint it and make it look nice, Because previously I was not trying to paint it and make it look nice. I was just making it try and look like the thing. All right. Try and give like a nice weathering touch to this. And like, it takes these a while to dry, but you can see how that starts to come out when it's dry. Like, it gives it just enough character that I can start dry brushing it. And like this one, yeah, okay, actually, while these are drying, I'm gonna start going over this one with some light colors. All right. That is most of my walls down. I have some of these little light terrain things. Yeah, the Mad Max aesthetic is exactly what the Orc army is going for, and I'm here for it. Like the building and painting of Mad Max vehicles, I don't know, it's so much fun. It's really cool. I enjoy like that aspect of building, like just, hey, let's try and make it look a little bad. All right, so I want to go with a lighter colored gray. I'm gonna grab sky gray and light gray. And then I'm also going to get a lighter blue color, but not that one. Let's see. This one's probably a little bit too light, but it'll do. All right, so I'm trying to take this and give this a whole bunch of edging and basically just bring color into this so it pops a little more. Because you see, it's kind of like it's all flat everywhere. And like, I want it to look old and busted, but I don't want it to look like boring. You know, and then what I'll do is I'll start making some more decay and like brownish, like grime and rust stains coming down. But here, let's start off with, and this is, I'm just going to dry brush this whole thing because it's terrain and it likes it. It doesn't want any of that specific painting. The main thing is I don't want to do the super specific painting. That's right. What you doing, buddy? You want to come paint with me? I'm painting buildings right now. You want to come help me?
Want to help Daddy?
Hey, how about we pause that for a minute and you come help me paint buildings?
Oh yeah, you can use the brush and
hey, I got a big brush. This one's gonna be fun because we got to make this blue. No. Okay, we help him out. Hey, you're gonna help me make this blue building grayish white.
Here, I'm gonna just pause it.
All right. How's it going, Amber? So I'm just gonna be dry brushing it, which means, I'm dropping my phone. All right, so I have to get a better clamp for that. But yeah, I just have a small pool of the paint. I'm just swirling that around on the edge of the brush, getting it kind of soaked into all the bristles. And then I'm gonna be dragging it over the terrain, mostly downward. But I'm gonna first get a bunch of the paint out of it. There we go. So like it kind of, I can feel it wet on my finger a bit. And then I just drag it over the edges. I like dry brushing stuff. It feels like that, you know, there's like those video games on Steam where you power wash stuff. And you're just kind of like going around power washing trucks. There's some aspect of that. Like this satisfies my desire to spray my front driveway. It's like, I don't know, it feels like cleaning because I'm sweeping this thing. I don't know, I dig on it. Let me get a little bit of a darker gray on that same side. Hey, come here, bud. I need your help to make this building cool. Hey, on my count, I need you to come help me, man. 1. Thank you. Watch out. Thank you.
And this is gonna
yeah, hey, come here.
And this is gonna do.
Look, you're gonna help me, man. Okay, here, sit back. Hey, sit back. All right, you're gonna, hey, listen, stop resisting. You're gonna have fun doing this with me.
And this
Here. Watch. We're gonna hold this brush. Shh, we're not gonna worry about after this what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna hold this brush. Now look, I need you to take this brush and paint this blue building gray. Right? I need you to help me paint this blue building gray.
And
No, here, hold brush.
And there's
Okay, we gotta hold, no. We gotta hold the brush like this. Here, come on, man. Come on. Okay, this building needs to be a cool building. I need your help to make it a cool building. Okay? Come on, man. You can do it. Here.
I smell.
Here. Who, you smell? The paint smells? Paint smells a little bit, yeah. Here, hold the brush the right way, like a pencil. You know, you're holding it the wrong way. No, hold it like a pencil. All right, let's try this. Come here. All right, I understand you want to go back to watching videos. You are not going to go back to watching videos until you help me paint this building. Okay? When we are all done painting this building, you may go back and watch videos. Tell me you understand. Thank you. Okay, come here. We're going to go down like this. Down like this. Come on, you can do it.
Okay, you got us.
Okay, you do it. No, down. Follow that thing. Now you got to, hey, you got to look with your eyes. You got to look what you're doing with your eyes. Use your eyes and look what you're doing. The building is mostly blue, dark blue. We need to make it have gray on it. Okay? Now feel how the building pushes back when you're trying to bring your hand down. It's not like drawing on paper because it's resistant. Okay? See how there's edges there? And the brush is trying to go over the edges. You're sweeping. Hey, look at what I'm doing. You're sweeping. You can do it. Okay? Can you help me a little bit? Tighten up your grip a little bit, okay? Tighten up your grip. Now we got to get some more paint over here. Look over here. There's the paint. We're going to dip the edge of the brush in the paint. We're going to wipe it around. Okay? We don't want it to be too paint. Watch. Look. It's too wet. See, it's too wet. We don't want it to be that wet. We want to make it a little bit more dry. So we're going to sweep it off here. We're going to sweep it off here on this palette. Right now. I'm going to take this. We're going to see how it is on there. You're doing good. You're doing good. Hey, we got to get this side over here. You're doing good. Look at that. Look at that. How we're making some of it be gray.
Gabriel!
What are you talking about?
We must paint before Gabriel does.
I have to paint before Gabriel does.
Before Gabriel wins, we gotta win this race.
Oh, okay. Were you playing a game with Gabriel?
Yes, we gotta win this vacuum race before Gabriel does. And me seems to be having a good time.
Who seems to be having a good time?
Gabriel, look. He seems to be having a good time electrocuting himself with that vacuum. He seems to be having a good time.
Well, he's a little more happy now. Are you happier now that we're painting building?
Of course.
All right, good.
Let's do a race, and then we can earn that video.
All right, here, you got to hold on to this paintbrush, man. There you go. Here, now you try. You try. Like I've been doing, okay? Feel like I've been doing. You try. You got to give it a little more push. You got to push a little more, okay? Like that. Like you're trying to sweep. Let's get some more paint on there. All right. Ready? I'm going to dab it. Okay? You help me dab it? Here, help me. We're going to go stipple, 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 stipple.
Stipple, 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 stipple.
Yeah, keep going. Stipple, 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 stipple.
Stipple, stipple.
Okay. Let's get some more of this over here because this side needs a little bit more of this light gray. I'm going to do that. And we're going to give some more stippling. Okay, now we have one more big side here. Okay, and then we're going to the inside. Here, I want you, let's get this a little more wet. I want you to help me with this big side right here. And I'm going to have you do it all on your own. Now you got to, remember, you got to try. Sweep, down, sweep, sweep. There you go. Yes, good. Here, you hold the building with this hand. And now paint it with this hand. That's a good start. Good. Remember, we want to get the whole thing to be... Okay, you're going to try stippling? Well, if you're going to stipple, you have to say stipple. Come on.
Don't worry, I'm going to win.
Here. So, what is a game that we could play while we're doing this?
Don't worry, Gabriel's already playing his.
You're playing a different game right now. I want you to actually play the painting game with me. But you're not playing the painting game with me. You're trying to make the painting game end before we play it.
I don't know, but I think the Grinch will know.
Okay, so... Let's see. So is the Grinch on your mind right now? If we made this a Grinch game, would you then play it?
Don't worry, but I don't
so,
know.
Here.
But I think Mr. Grinch will see. But I think Santa Claus, Mr. Grinch will do it.
What? Well, I'm sorry. What about Santa Claus, Mr. Grinch?
I don't know, but I think Mr. Grinch will.
All right. So, are you watching the Grinch right now?
Yes, I think the Halloween.
Yeah.
And I think the pumpkin.
Hold it.
One will know.
All right. So, I need you to help me paint this building.
I think Picnic one will know.
I need you to help me paint this building, and I want you to play the paint the building game. Can you help me paint this building? kind of half in this with me, man. There you go. That's a better grip. Thank you. I appreciate you holding the brush like that. That's better.
What was that?
What was what? I know you're still in your other story right now. Here, can you tell me a story of Dr. Seuss? Can you tell me the story of the Cat in the Hat? Tell me the story of the
I don't know, but
the Mr. Cat, the very hungry caterpillar.
But I think Mr. Grinch will know.
All right. Hang on, I'm trying to take this. You with me? Can you tell me what we're doing right now? Can you tell me what we're doing right now?
We're painting.
We're painting, yeah. Okay, so I'd like you to actually put some effort into the painting.
I don't know.
Thank you. That's much better. Yeah, thank you. So, do you see the parts that are gray and blue?
I'm just gonna watch the video.
Well, I don't want to read about the video right now, okay? I just want you to paint with me.
I know, because I'm not gonna.
Here, all right, you can tell you don't really know what I'm doing right now, but let me show you. This is the thing we worked on before. Do you remember that we worked on this before?
Of course.
Do you remember who painted this crane red? Who painted this crane red?
I did.
You did, that's right. You helped me to paint this crane red, and you helped me to paint this car red. I didn't change much since you painted with me last. I made it a little bit more red, but you helped me paint this car.
Gabriel seems to do it.
This?
I painted Gabriel. Look, Gabriel seems to be having a good time now.
Okay, so let's leave that story for the moment, because right now we're talking about the painting cars, right? This was for the orcs. Do you remember what the orcs say? Daka. Right? And you helped me paint them, okay? So these buildings are for our game with the orcs, all right? Our game with the big orcs. And Bishop Brother and I are going to play it, and you're going to help us play it as well, all right? Because I want to play a game with you, and I think you could play a version of this with me and Bishop Brother, okay? Come on.
But I'm not going to sing.
But right now, we're trying to build this building.
I don't want to smell.
You're helping me, man. Come on.
I don't want to smell your pants.
No, I don't smell. You're smelling the paint, man. Can I give your hand?
I don't want to smell the paint.
I get it. You're trying to think of anything you can. Okay, hold this paintbrush like you don't want to let me have it, okay? Let's get some gray on here. Hold on. Let's get some light gray on here too. And let's mix them together. All right. Okay. Okay. That's a light gray color. Now here, you got to hold this brush like it's not going to get away, okay? And we're going to dab that on there. We're going to do stipple, stipple, stipple. Okay? Come on. Okay. Playa. Playa.
Playa. Here's the criminal.
Ra, ticky, ticky, ticky.
Look, here's the criminal in the tanks.
Ha, ra, ticky, ticky, ticky. You do it.
Tiki, 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 tiki.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
My piano.
Wait, why? It's a Polaroid tug. What are you doing here? This is America, but aren't you afraid of police?
Keep going. Wait, you're quoting something. I don't know what you're quoting, man.
I'm telling that.
What is this from?
Aren't you afraid of police?
Is who afraid of the police? Is this from Spider-Man? Are you quoting, that sounds like it's from Spider-Man. Is that from Spider-Man? No, what's that from? I don't know what you're quoting, man. Hey, you gotta hold the brush. You stopped holding the brush.
I'm turning on a show.
You're turning on what show?
X-Men.
Oh, is that from X-Men?
No,
Okay,
no, it's not. No, it isn't from X-Men.
What are you talking about then, man?
I don't know, but I think Mr. Grinch will know.
You think Mr. Grinch is gonna know what this thing is about the police? Hey. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Can you hold this? Hold this. Okay, we want to get the inside now. You help me? You gotta hold the brush. Hold the brush, man. There we go. When we finish this building, you can go back downstairs with Mommy.
Not for you?
Yes. Help me.
Grinch?
Help me. We got to make this whole building have more gray on it. Come on, more gray. We're not trying to break the building, silly.
I want to get, and I want to go.
No, you did not finish the building. You just smashed it a few times.
I want to finish.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep going. Hold on, I got to get a little bit of water in here.
May I help too? May I do
All right.
underneath?
Yeah, you can do. Oh, thank you. Yes, here. Hold on. All right, you're doing a good job, man. Here, hold on. No, you got to hold it the right way. You got to hold it like a paintbrush. Okay, you got to hold it like a paintbrush.
I have to throw.
No, we're not going to throw it. Okay, hold it.
Throw the guns around.
Okay,
we'll
hold on.
throw Gabriel around.
No.
Oh, my poor Gabriel.
Painting. Stick with me, painting. Okay? We're doing stippling. Here, come on. Hey, you got to hold it like you're going to hold it, okay? Come on.
Oh, my poor brother.
What is this from? What's this from, Riker?
Gabriel. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And so are my pills.
No, we didn't do pills time. Pills time is later.
I already had pills.
You already had pills?
Have pills in my mouth.
Oh, are you supposed to be chewing those up?
I want to go.
Whoa, no, not yet. We're not done with the building yet. Nope. I told you you're helping me. Thank you. Hold the brush. Okay. All right, hang on. We got to get some more gray paint. Ugh. And this time we're going to mix it with blue. All right. I think we're going to put him in swim practice this summer. You want to learn how to swim? In the pool? All right. Hey. Okay. Ready? Ready? Hey, I got you. Okay. Let's get some gray and blue on the brush. We're going to mix those two together. And we're going to try and bring that upper floor into focus a little better.
Video. Here's Gabriel.
Well, I'm not sure why you're stuck on Gabriel right now, but it's okay that you are. I like Gabriel too. Can you help me hold this brush?
Gabriel is strong.
What's that? You like Gabriel strong?
Gabriel's already here to help us.
Oh, is that right? All right, well, I appreciate you saying that. He's actually not here right now, but you can pretend that he's here.
Gabriel is already pretending like he's here. He's already big and strong.
He is. He was here yesterday, man. That was yesterday. Yeah, we're trying to paint this floor light blue. Here, watch what we're doing. We are painting the Volkus terrain from Kill Team. And he's helped me put it together because I intend to teach him some version of Warhammer sometime soon. Hopefully I can get a game going with him this summer once I get some of his orcs vehicles painted. Hold on, not yet. Stay with me. Stay with me. No, stay with me. Nope. We're not getting giggles. You stop getting giggles. You stop getting giggles. Cut that out. We're not doing giggles right now. Do I gotta tickle you? Do I gotta tickle you? Hey, no, you stop. No. I'm gonna paint your face. I'm gonna paint you. All right, that's it. You're getting painted. I'm gonna put paint right on you.
No.
I'm gonna paint you right there. Look, now you got paint on you. Stay with me. Stop doing giggles. Come on. All right. I'll get paint off you. Here. There you go. You're good. Here. You stop getting giggles.
How long will this take?
This will take as long as you make it take, man. You're gonna make it take forever. Here. Gotta get some of that off. All right. Ready? And stipple. Help me stipple. Come on, you can do it. Right there on the floor, on the blue parts. Stipple. You're not even trying, man. You can do the stipple. Not on the dark gray parts. I want, okay, no. Just light. Little hits. Little hits. There you go.
You want little hits?
Little hits, yeah, but that's, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Okay. All right, over here on the side. I like how you aim for
Goodbye,
the
garbage
sunny
truck.
area. What garbage truck?
He's playing a garbage truck. Wait. Let's
Who's
see.
playing a garbage truck? What are you talking
And
about?
look, he's playing a garbage truck with the boot and the tank. And look.
What are you talking about?
Look at Gabriel. He's having his tanks. He's getting
So funny, man. Go ahead.
Could we beat Gabriel in a race?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you're thinking this is like 3 weeks ago, man. You're talking about the thing you guys did with the Lego cars?
Of course. Could we beat Peter and Gabriel before they win?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're thinking of Fortnite now.
Could we beat them like
Confused.
Fortnite?
Okay, we're going to beat them like Fortnite? Okay, can you help me paint this building so we can play the Fortnite game with this building?
All right, let's win this race.
All right, ready? I'm going to bring some blue down in here. Okay. We're almost done with the edging on this building. Okay, almost done. Hey, you got to hold the brush. Hold the brush. You're doing great. Oh, that is actually, yes, that is correct. He does have a port wine stain on his face and lips. I don't think he knows that, though. He's not very aware of how he looks. There you go. You got it? What are you doing?
Take that.
Ah, hey, we're not fighting it.
Take that.
No, we're not fighting it.
That.
No, shh. We're painting it. We're painting it. There you go. Okay, we're just bringing a little bit of blue to the outside. Okay. Hey, your part's almost done because I'm almost ready to start gluing leaves to this, okay? I'm not going to make you help me glue leaves. Do you want to help me glue leaves? Would you like to help me? Are you still chewing up pills? What are you doing still chewing up? No. Don't eat your shirt. Don't do it.
I have to go have water.
What?
I have water.
Water? All right, hang on. I got a water bottle. Here you go. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do something ridiculous. Just drink.
Here you go.
No. No, you be calm. Good. All right, that's good for now. You'll get more water in a minute. You help me paint, man. Okay, give me that. Give that back.
Let's look for his food.
One more sip.
Here you go.
All right, we're making pretty good progress on this, getting the edgings detailed. I'll probably put some splotches of Nuln oil into a few of the more metallic parts, but I don't really like to use the Citadel washes when I'm trying to do...
the slide.
Stop it. When I'm trying to do terrain, because it's so much real estate. And I'm gonna mute this down a little bit more with some light gray.
May I watch a video after this?
You may watch a video soon. We're almost done with this building we're painting, okay?
And then we go watch a video?
Yes. So what are you gonna watch anyways?
It's dinner. I guess I'm worried. Our Star Sweet Wind is dying down.
Who's dying down?
Wait, let's read.
What are we reading? Thank you for sharing that, bread box.
Look.
Hey, come on. Come on. You gotta hold it like a pencil. Hold it like a pencil, man. All the way down here. No, it's not. No, we're not holding it like a weapon. Hold it like a pencil. Get your fingers. There we go. Okay, there. No. There. Good. Okay, now we're just doing some light dusting to put highlights over these highlights, and then we're gonna mute them all down with some brown. Here, can you help me with stipple? We're gonna do some more stipple. Here you go. You go in here. You got it. Hold it tighter. And we go stipple, right? You got it? You want to do it on your own? There you go. Okay, no. You don't turn it to the weapon again. Don't do the sword. Do it like a paintbrush. Come on. There we go. Okay, do it like a paintbrush. Come on, you got it. Pop. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna raspberry you. Come on, you gotta pay attention. Help me paint you. I can. Okay. I can tell you're toning out, man. I don't want you to be toning out. I want you to pay attention to painting with me. Nope. Different game. Hey, that's the wrong game. Tell me what game we're playing right now. Listen up. Tell me what game we're playing right now.
We're playing Dab Brush. Let me dab it.
Okay. What is this game we're playing? Paint the building.
And then you can watch the video.
Okay, we'll do the song. We're painting the building blue. We're painting the building blue. Not white nor green. It's kind of like aquamarine. We're painting this building blue. Can you sing it with me? We're painting this building blue. We're painting this building blue. It's almost like green or aquamarine. I gotta make up my own words because we're painting it a different color, right? It's not red. We were painting the orc truck red so we could sing the song.
Not red, no green, not white, not aquamarine.
Not aquamarine. We're painting this building blue. Too blue. Hang on. Gotta wipe that off. We don't want that so blue. Hang on. Get this a little drier. There we go. All right. Right here. You want to do it?
I'll put it to you.
Oh, you put it to me? Oh, no, not my shirt. You monster. I'll do your face.
No.
Okay. I won't. I'm just trying to get through it. I'm trying to get through this with you, man. Come on. Shh,
Can I do
stay.
it to you now?
No, we already did it to me. We're trying to get this building, man. Trying to get this building.
I accidentally did it on you.
It's okay. I'll be okay. I'm not mad. I'll be okay. Thank you.
I'll be fine. I just
You're gonna be fine?
It off so I don't have any more eye drops. I'd say do rinse it off me. May have a towel to rinse that off so I don't have any eye drops.
Okay, so just so you know, that was the paint towel. I found. No. I found a clean spot. What are you trying to get up for? What are you trying to do? Hey, what are you trying to do right now?
I'm trying to get up.
You're trying to get up. Well, we're almost done with the building, okay? Then I'm going to start gluing on the leaves. Okay. You know what? Get that fresh in there. All right. You are good. Thank you. I appreciate you coming to paint with me. Thank you for not knocking my water bottle over.
I'm gonna go get her.
I appreciate it. Hello, Peter. How's it going? It is Gothic Terrain from 40K. Where you going, dude? I appreciate that. So Trotus. It is like a castle. Gotta mute some of these blues down a little bit more. But just want light highlights of it, and then I'm gonna kind of dumb it down with some slight browning, and then I will start gluing on vines. Let me see. Yeah, flat brown should do. How's it going? I'm trying to get my son Riker to start a art or craft. Riker was born with Sturge-Weber's syndrome. He's mentally disabled. He has Tourette's and autism and like ADHD. He's got like a whole litany of issues. Plus his eyes, he has glaucoma. So we've struggled for a long time to try and get him to do creative things. And my thought was, I don't know, maybe I could get him to participate in this because he really loves, he really loves monster trucks and vehicles. And once I get these things built, he starts helping me to paint them. And I managed to get him to help me a couple days ago. And, he was actually putting red on stuff. That was like one of the first times I've seen like positive, like he knew what we were doing and he was kind of into it a little bit. So, yeah. And I've just started getting into Warhammer 40K. I'm not like a big player. I've played a few games of Kill Team. I like Kill Team better than Marvel Crisis Protocol. And I figured I kind of wanted to get into Big Warhammer because I like Kill Team so much. I don't know. I kind of need to see what Big Warhammer is. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, wherever you can get that to fit. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is so good, Gabriel.
Let me
try.
You gotta wash your face, dude.
First, I'll use it.
What are you talking about, man?
Use it.
Come here, bud.
So
So you handle that.
I'm building 4 armies now inadvertently. I started building the Leviathan box with the Space Marines and the Tyranids. I started building those and putting those together and painting those. I have those started here. But then I saw the Imperial Army and I was like, that's kind of more my style. And I really want to paint something that I'm interested in aesthetically. And then I started listening to the lore videos on the orcs and realized that my son Riker was probably an orc. You know, I mean, he's got some big orc energy. He's definitely into like ramshackling things together, painting stuff red. Makes it go faster, obviously, you know, so.
Ready?
Is he watching me, really?
He's watching you.
Oh, okay. You want to keep helping me paint? No, you're good?
You good, yeah.
All right, you can watch your thing, man.
So keep this. Okay.
Yes, the orc trucks are definitely inspired for Riker. I'm going to let him actually pick the colors for the next ones. So I'll explain to him the color code. And once he understands the color code, I'm going to let him decide what color they should be. Because I figure he's probably going to give me some really interesting feedback about what he would like his orc army to be. He's helped me pick each one of the models out now. And I think the one he likes the most is the big orc truck. What you doing? What's wrong with your shirt?
I'm getting a new one.
Yeah, you're getting a new shirt? Oh, your shirt is in your room, man. You just go into your room. I really like the way it starts to look with dry brushing. I don't know. It's so fun making a mess kind of come together. Just rubbing a dry brush off of it. I don't know. It's very relaxing too. I really didn't think I would enjoy the painting side of the hobby as much as I do. What armies do y'all have out there? Okay. What armies finished do you have? I recognize that's probably the thing, right? Like that's actually finishing an army to where it's like playable. And okay, not like that, right? Not like that. What armies do you have that are painted, that you can table, that are, you know, like everything's at least painted somewhat, you know? For Kill Team, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 Kill Team armies that are full painted now, like that I can table. Actually, 2 of them are orcs, surprisingly. I got the starter box from like 2000. What was it? 2023. I think that was the one that had the orcs and the Imperial Guardsmen, or the Death Corps guys. Anyways, that was the first like Warhammer box I got that I wanted to actually play the game, because like the first Warhammer miniatures I got were the Star Strider guys, the Euclidean guys, because I don't know, I love the look of the models. They look like BioShock models, and I kind of just wanted to build and paint them for the look. Like I didn't even really care about learning the game. Then I actually started watching like how to play Kill Team videos, and I really liked the idea of how the game played more than Marvel Crisis Protocol. All right, I need a lighter brown now to start dusting this in a little bit more. And then I'm gonna start gluing chunks of nonsense to it. So light brown. Let's go with a rust color, actually. I'm gonna go with Evil Chrome mixed with gold. Riker does like large mechs. Yeah, so so the ones that I have still to build, I have the little helicopters, and there's a big tank that he thinks this tank is from the Rescuers Down Under, because it looks like the tank that McCreech has from the Rescuers Down Under. So he's all about this just vehicle here. He loves it. And I built the version of it that's going to have the steamroller attachment to it. And it has one of the big like mega cannons. So we'll start painting that one next. But that's where I'll ask him what color he'd like to make it and let him decide on the exact color. Because I think if I explain to him the orc color theory, it's going to make sense enough to him that he's actually going to go, yeah, I want this color. So, whoops, got to shake that up a little more. What he really likes from the orcs is the race cars. Race cars are the thing that kind of excite him a lot. All right, gold. And evil chrome. I'm mostly just going to mix equal parts gold and evil chrome. And I'm going to go straight through it. What's he upset about?
He's not upset, he's just quitting.
He-
I lost my flock.
Oh, his flock. What is he watching?
The Grinch.
Oh, okay. I like the way that pops out. This is for Warhammer. Yeah, I'm putting together I've already put together the Volkus terrain, but I'm trying to get it fully painted so that when I table it, it doesn't look like like white. I want it to actually, pop and have a good look to it. So, anyways, I wanted to get it finished for summertime because my son and I will probably get to have a lot of time to play some war games. Last year, we played a ton of Marvel Crisis Protocol. We played with our friend over in Thailand and just had like back and forth games from Thailand. And so I'm hoping that we can do the same this summer. And since I'm interested in Kill Team more than Marvel Crisis Protocol, I figured I need to get the terrain for it finished so we can actually get games in. I mean, we can play without the terrain finished, but I don't know. I like the aesthetic of the game when the stuff is painted properly. I don't know, it just pops more. Feels more realer. I'm not sure what it is, but it's like the toys aspect of taking miniatures to battle with each other feels way better when the terrain looks good. And the same thing like when the models are finished painting. I understand trying out a miniature game when it's not painted, but once I know the rules and how to play, I kind of want everything to actually have a good look to it. And the terrain is the first part for me. You finished. See, mine's a goblin trolls. Interesting. So is that an orc? Is that a type of orc character? I haven't actually looked through the orc codex yet. I picked it up just to help us to actually do list building in case we ever actually really want to do list build. Like right now, my goal is just to get the Kill Team stuff finished because I'm also planning on using it for big Warhammer, just as like scatter terrain. But I also want to finish my son Riker's orc vehicle army because once I get that up and going, I can start like making little stories or videos to try and get him engaged in it. So I figured I'd probably start with like some sort of rescue mission. You know, the orcs are stranded, and you know, they need their truck to come pick them up, and just to get him playing in like part of a story. It'll probably be closer to like a TTRPG than it would an actual war game with what we have, whatever we start with him. We've never actually played a game with Riker before because he doesn't understand like community rules. We got close with Connect 4, but he still wasn't like playing with the rules. Like he wasn't like trying to win. He didn't even understand the concept of winning. He was just basically like, you go, I go, you go, I go. I think that's the closest we ever got to a game with him. But I really want to play a game with him. And I know it's a super silly idea. It's such a dumb idea. But I feel like I could actually have an easier time teaching him Warhammer. Some version of it, right? Like it's not going to be exactly Warhammer. But I'd probably have a better time, an easier time teaching him a game if he was interested in like the stuff going on. And he likes this. You know, there's like when we go to the game store and he looks at the whole battle out on the table, he goes like, you know, he wants to touch everything. He doesn't. And then he just kind of stares in fascination. And I'm like, okay, that's like the most interested I have ever seen him be in something that wasn't like a game he was playing by himself. All right, I got to probably try and figure out how to teach him one of these war games. And, you know, it didn't occur to me to have him learn or have him build orc stuff with me right away. But a friend of mine explained to me some of the lore of the orcs. And I was like, that's interesting. Kind of sounds a lot like my son. It's like, he might be an orc. I very much think that Riker is an orc. He ramshackles things together. Everything is better with more DACA. He's endlessly imagining stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea what we're talking about right now, man. You know, he's like talking in circles around people, and hardly, like, okay, his mom probably understands him the most consistently, and I probably try to work to understand him the hardest when it's hard. But that's because like I'm just frustrated that he's saying stuff and no one knows what he's talking about. And it's like someone needs to know what he's saying. So I'll like sit there with him like I'm doing here and go like, no, makes sense. You know, like you got to do that because like otherwise, if you don't press him on it, he'll just say weird stuff and no one has any idea what he's talking about. And he'll do it like all the time. So it makes the time that I spend with him like very difficult time, you know, because it's like it's work for him because he's just saying things and he doesn't understand that no one understands him. Right now he's quoting a show, Hurry While He's Distracted. It's either something he's currently watching or it's a different thing. He does a lot of weird juxtaposition. Oh, Hurry While Bishop's Distracted. Yeah, he's making the thing he's talking about combined somewhat with like an actual real life event. He doesn't understand time. So he's like constantly telling us stories that are like, you know, things that happened months or years ago as though it were happening right now. So difficult trying to figure out what time he's in. Another reason why I want to try and play a game with him. The mushroom goblins, I can spell it, covered in mushrooms. Mushroom goblins. So the only mushroom, the only stuff I know from Warhammer, like I learned a bunch of the orc lore from the Luton channel. Like actually that was my first exposure to Warhammer lore, was watching the Luton video about orcs. And you know how they grow out of like these little funguses or whatever, and they grow up out of the ground. And I was like, what the heck is happening? Like, what is this story? And I was just listening. I was fascinated the whole time I was listening. I was like, and they do what? And it was like just this whole experience of the orcs and where they come from, you know, and like it was weird because like I hadn't experienced Warhammer lore, but by the time I finished the video about the orcs, I was like, oh my goodness, now I understand Warhammer. This is why you would pick one army over another. This is why you'd paint the guys a certain way. like I finally understood Warhammer, because otherwise it was just like, okay, why pick this war game over Marvel Crisis Protocol? Like, why doesn't everyone play Marvel Crisis Protocol? And I didn't understand that until I actually engaged with the lore from Warhammer, and I was like, this is fascinating. Okay, what are you trying to say, man? Lost your flock. Yeah, once I started engaging with the lore, it was far more fascinating. And then I was like, oh, yeah, now I kind of understand that I painted my other orcs wrong. Because I probably would have painted the one with 2 knives wearing purple, right? Because he should be stealthy. Duh. And I don't know, I'm not gonna redo it. I probably will redo my Dreadnought, because I can't stand the idea that my Dreadnought is so colorful and like kind of rainbow looking. It needs to be far more grisly. I can't trap an Astartes in that for eternity. That cannot be a character's doomed coffin. All right, I like how this is coming out now with the light blue kind of smattering in the background with the gold edging. It's popping a lot more. Like I kind of like the subtle recessed metal. Like I know this stuff on the boxes is like way more detailed, you know, and it looks really good. I like the stuff that they show on their boxes, but I don't know, I don't care to try and do like all the detail lines on everything. And it might be that painting is not my favorite part of this hobby. It might be that I just kind of want to get terrain down on the table. I'm not sure. I guess if painting were my favorite part of the hobby, yeah, I probably would spend a lot more time painting all the terrain. Okay, I'm gonna do some more speckling of blue in here.
I love my flock. And I really love my flock.
I'm sure they'll come back.
No.
Since I might be doing this for a while until I get all this stuff painted for our summer games, I probably should get some music. I'll see if I can figure out how to do that so we can just chill and paint Warhammer stuff. If you play Warhammer or Kill Team and you want to show off some of your minis, we got a Discord channel where people are posting some of the stuff that they've painted and tabled or things that they're working on. We set up an area where you can just show off your pictures. I get a real kick looking at it, like the stuff that people paint, especially like people who take a lot of time to detail their miniatures. I don't know, it's fascinating to me, like all the love and attention people throw into like characters on the board, right? But I get it. I totally get it. My son does the same thing. I will try and paint them like not as fast as possible, but like, you know, okay, kind of as fast as possible. I spent a bit of time on my mandrakes, but really I was just trying to get them like table ready and not look terrible. My son has been spending, I don't even know how long. I mean, he's not even close to done. I can tell he's not even close to done, but he's 14, and he's probably spent like, I don't know, five hours working on this thing. I mean, it's cool. Like the colors, I can see what he's trying to do with colors, and like in the back with orange and black. I really like his color scheme, and it's really dope. But I know he's going to do a lot more detailing work to make this thing pop. So I have an autistic 16-year-old. He's only interested in 40K. Where should we begin on him painting figures? Okay. Is your son an orc? That would be like my first guess. If you have a son, I guess I'd figure out, because that's the thing. When I first started making miniatures for my son Riker, I was making an entire army of Space Marines because I thought Space Marines were dope, right? I like the idea of Space Marines, right? They're like, see, look at all these blueberries. They're falling down now, right? And I got Gladiator tank and motorcycles. I was like, dude, my son is gonna love tanks and motorcycles and like these little guys in Mech Warriors, right? Like, this is again before I was interested in the lore, but I was like, okay, that's what Riker's gonna like. He's autistic, right? He's gonna love these chunky mechs. And like I took him to the game store and we picked some stuff out and he was kind of into it, whatever. And it was like, yeah, it was fine, right? But once I listened to the Luton video about the lore of the orcs, then I was like, oh man, is Riker really an orc? I think Riker's really an orc, right? And I leaned into it. I was so suspicious that he was an orc player. Like I took him to the game store and like I showed him some of the orc vehicles. You know, and then I did like a comparison, like this orc vehicle versus this massive tank thing. Like, which one's cool, right? Which one do you like? Because I was like, I really want to try and actually get painting with him. It'd be cool. Like, it'd be fun to paint with him. And he looked and he was like, yeah, that orc vehicle, 100%, you know. And I was like, oh, wow, he's an orc, you know. And then when he started looking at him, I was like, okay, this vehicle here was the first one he actually really helped me on. Because, like, we've done painting before, and I just have to, like, hold his hand. But I basically just, like, held this little crane, and I was like, we got to make it red. Okay, we need to make it red. And the next vehicles that I paint for him, I'm not even going to bother doing, like, the zenithal highlights. I'm just going to do solid white because he likes to do painting the roses red. Right? And hopefully we don't have to make all the vehicles red, but you know what, whatever, I don't care. If we have to make an entire speedy orc army, that's fine. Like it'll be him painting roses red with me. And I can tell he knows what he's doing. Like he knows he's painting a vehicle, right? He knows he's painting a miniature thing and he knows that's for a game. Beyond that, I'm going to have to wait until I actually get like a story going and like teach him the story of some orcs that are like trapped behind enemy lines and they need their battle truck to come save them or whatever. Let's see, he knows everything about 40K and he loves the Gold Emperor's Guard or something close. I'm not super up on the lore. Okay, so, all right, so if your kid is super into Warhammer, I would probably start with Kill Team, right? Like I'd start with one of the starter boxes of Kill Team because if you're the one who's going to have to like build it and paint it, it's probably not too much work, right? Like it's 10 models, maybe 12 models, and then some terrain. And if you go with the one that comes with like this building terrain here, the Volkus building, that one's called Hive Storm. I think it's $200 for all of the building terrain, all the tokens and the chips to play the game, and dice, and then the miniatures. And you can look up like how to play it, whatever. But like he might like the hold on, it's the Aquilon, the Tempest Aquilon, and the crud. What are the other guys? The Stingwings, the Vespid Stingwings. I don't know. He might actually know who those characters are, and that's the thing is like if you're not a Warhammer fan, like I bought that and I didn't know who those guys were. But if I'm a super lore heavy person and I know who those people are, like I'm totally into. I'm like, oh yeah, they're pretty cool, right? That means something to me. So I still don't know who the Vespid Stingwings are, except I know that they're somehow related to the Tau, but I don't know how they're related to the Tau. So yeah, I would just go to the store, like go to the game store, and show him the 2 Kill Team boxes and ask him which one he's into.
I'm going to run to the playset.
You can go to the playset. Go ahead.
I'm going to have to.
Go for it, dude.
I'm going to have to.
All right, can you pick that back up though?
I'm just saying.
You're okay. You're okay. You should hear. You can, all right, that's fine. Thank you. Gloom Spite Gits. Okay, let's see. Here's everything. Okay. As soon as he's interested in painting, let him paint. It's Custodes, particularly extensive, although low-end model count. Okay. Yeah, the secondary box that comes with the Custodes versus the Plague Marines or the Chaos Marines. That box has a lower model count. The terrain is easier to build. Like you don't have to like paint it. It's already like pre-painted. It's just MDF. You pop it out. That's actually a pretty good starter box. It's like $120, I think, for 2 full teams, starter cards. That's one of the most like friendly, like player facing. Like it's so easy to just jump into that game. A brand new person can jump in and learn how to play the game. And it's not like a big investment for Warhammer. It's like, again, it's like $120 for 2 full teams. Like it actually has the character cards built into a book, which and then the teams that you get are kind of chonky models. So if you want to let your son try and paint them, they're pretty good models to start painting with. Like you could just dry brush like what I'm doing here. You could totally dry brush on them and just spray them blue or white, whatever. So, and I think that's a really good box if you're interested in going to Warhammer. Like like if your son is into Warhammer lore, that's a great way to get him into the game, because it's not too hard to learn how to play that Kill Team box. My son Bishop taught his uncle. He's 14. He taught his uncle how to play that game in one night. They were having to look up the rules on occasion and like double check some things, but they managed to play a game and his uncle won. And I was just impressed with the ease of that box. Like, how simple it is to kind of like get the game going. It's really nice. How's it going, Elevator GM? Custodies cost a lot of points, dollar per model, but they're very effective, and you can fit rather high point army in a small carry case. That's a good point. Yeah, so the only codexes that I've gotten so far are the orcs for my son Riker, which I'm just opened and gonna start going through. Like, I know we're a long way off from this, but I also thought this might be a good way for me to learn about the orcs a bit more, because there's so many different videos on the internet that like at some point I'm kind of on like overload. There's just too much stuff. All right, last bit, we're going to do some brown gray stippling. Probably got a little too much on here. And the purpose for this is I want to take vines going up in the recesses here. And I'm going to make those vines with a bunch of these leaves and glue. Where the heck is my glue? Let's see, there it is. I just use this stuff. Works really well to make creeping vines. And I'll just get like a little puddle of it, dip a brush in, and then just start placing the vines and kind of go up the side of this and make some leafy, like just leafy wrappings. I'll start it like in the corners here and then have it kind of extend out and make vines that kind of come up into this area. I'll probably put like 5 or 6 little recesses of plants. And so since I know I'm going to do that, I want to just put some dead earth kind of material and stipple that into the places where the vines are going to grow. And I'll probably take a green wash and go over this. How you doing, buddy?
No.
What do you mean, no? What are you telling me no for?
I'm watching a video.
What are you yelling at me for? I didn't say nothing to you. I just said what you doing.
Here, Riker. I try.
Spider-Man, are you down there?
Oh, my piano.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
Hey, Riker, what would you say?
I like this.
What would you say if I said playa? No? Not in the mood for it right now?
I got one.
Riker has a bunch of ticks,
I got it.
things that he says over and over and over again. And they're all really cute. so incredibly cute. What? Oh, he's putting his vest on? You guys going out for a drive?
No.
Okay.
it's like almost 8:30.
Oh, okay, you gonna go lay down?
Hey, buddy, come back.
Hey, mommy's talking to you, dude.
I'm just going to hang the hat.
You're not listening, buddy.
I'm just going to hang the hat.
All right. Good evening. How's it going, Mike? And hello, Emma Joy. All right. That is close enough. Now I'm just going to get some wash. And I'm going to go with this green Citadel wash plus the Earth Shade. And I'm going to put these in the spots where I plan on putting the vines. All right, let's see. I want a big brush, something thirsty. That should do. Hey, stop walking across the bed, man. Sit down. Sit down. Thank you. Sit and be chill. Oh, no, we are not going box colors at all. This is definitely going rogue. I've already started going rogue with my other buildings, which I'm keeping like a metallic color. I'm going to put like vines and tree growth and speckling terrain on all of them. But like I do not like to get into the weeds with all the little details and spot on terrain. I don't know. I explained earlier, like painting is probably not my favorite part of the hobby. I like building the miniatures more. That's kind of the fun part for me. Like I love. What are you saying, dude? I have no idea what you're talking about. I've actually thought about picking up sets just to build them and then sell them at my game store, because they have a consignment case there where you can sell built like kill teams and whatever else. And you know, like all the kill teams that I have right now I want, but I wouldn't mind like picking one up just to build to see if I could resell it. I don't know, like I don't think I'd be doing it to make money, but I do like building the stuff and I'm just running out of space. So I spend like 20 hours on terrain. Are you serious? Wow, that's crazy. For the painting? My goodness. That's way more time and attention than I can give to terrain. Like, okay, I did a lot of time and attention when I did the Doctor Strange house from Marvel Crisis Protocol. It was fine. I don't know. It's. I think the thing I really like to do is play and build the miniatures. All right, will you take him out for a drive?
Yeah.
Okay, he needs in the car rest time.
Yeah.
May I watch a video?
You may watch some Dr. Seuss.
All of it for it to look mediocre. I mean, okay, I'm not doing it to make it look mediocre. I'm doing it to get it playable. Like it needs to be. Okay, here you can shame me all you want. That is playable to me, right? That's playable. I don't need it to look Bishop is my son is the one who's gonna like make it look perfect, right? He's gonna spend 6 hours on one miniature, and I'll like spend 6 hours on, you know, a whole kill team. How dare you? There's no such thing as making something look mediocre. I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you while I cope. While the elevator GM shames me for my mediocre painting. Oh, you're talking about yours looking mediocre. Well, okay, you know, mine actually at the end of it does look pretty mediocre. So, Elevator GM, what is the last war game that you actually played? I was asking earlier if anyone actually had any completed armies, and no one actually piped up, which led me to believe that maybe no one actually has any completed armies. I realized that, you know, now that I have 4 armies, I'm kind of an official Warhammer player, because there are a lot of people who are playing Warhammer with like the white painted miniatures. I see it at the game store a lot, at least. You know, I mean, it's not like it might be half the players at the game store, and I don't know if like just looking at my own game store is, you know, if that's enough of a metric to judge the hobby by. It's probably not. You know. I don't actually know, but I was actually curious if anyone actually has a completed army, you know, like 1,000, 2,000 points, all painted, ready to go. I do not have a completely army painted. Oh, a completed army painted. I have one maybe like 40% done. Okay. But I do have almost all my Eldari primed, except for a few hero characters. Are the hero characters ones that you're gonna like spend more time on or more attention or something like that? I got my first hero character for the Imperial Army, again, before understanding the lore, I didn't see the point in picking up the heroes because, like, I don't know, it's like $30 for a miniature on the cheap end, and then some of them it's like, oh man, I don't know, that's a tank. I could buy a tank for that cost. But I got Greyfax, Inquisitor Greyfax. It was the only named miniature that I knew from something because I have the Magic the Gathering Warhammer 40K deck, and I have been playing the Inquisition. And so I was like, oh, hey, that's my hero character from Inquisition. Okay, interesting. So I picked that one up to add to my Imperial army. That model's looking pretty good. Not as good as some professional services, but better than a lot of what reaches the table. I agree, and that's kind of what I need. I just want it to get into a serviceable, like, I want to get it where it's like, yeah, that's a building. Hey, that looks like a building. And if I can get it there, I'm happy. I'm content. So one mistake that I realized I have made is I did this whole side here, and I haven't gotten this other side, and I kind of need them all to be the same. So I have to retroactive my way through some of the paints that I've done so far before I start adding leaves, because I'm about to get too far into the weeds on this whole building. So I know I need some of this paint, and a little bit of that one, but not yet. All right, actually the two different grays. Let's start with those. Most shops don't require full paint. Some will like you to play with primer. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, sorry, some will let you play with primer. Okay. Working on Krieg Army right now. Krieg Army, is that the guys who are on the horses? The Death Corps guys? If you're talking about the ones that have the horses, those guys look cool. I have a Death Corps army from the kill team. Not an army, but I have a Death Corps kill team, and I like them a lot. I like how they play in kill team too. Like their 2024 rules, like they're not solid, but I actually enjoyed playing them against the orcs because they got to be real smart. Like it is obvious that you're playing with a C tier team versus the orcs are like an A. And someone had mentioned that in one of their rating reviews. And when I actually got a chance to play them, I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. No, the Death Corps guys, even with a pretty solid loadout of versatile troops, like they struggle because the orcs' hit points and like damage output, it's just harder. So, yeah, if that's them. Greyfax, oops, all tokens is fun. I totally agree. I didn't understand how that deck worked initially, and I was really struggling to make it happen. And then I realized it was like, oh, it's just token madness. You're really aiming for like all the tokens on the board as much as possible. It's such a fun such a fun deck to play with. We're talking about the Magic the Gathering deck. Because like that was actually my first introduction to Warhammer. Like, I don't know, I was a little bit curious about Warhammer because like all the people at my main game store were playing it all the time, and I was already playing Magic with Bishop on occasion, and we were playing like Commander. So I was like, all right, fine, we'll check out this Warhammer thing, whatever. That was my first exposure to Warhammer. And eventually I ended up picking up the Euclidean Star Strider minis because they just look so cool. All right, I think I have a couple layers and dabs of this one in the grayish color, and then I'll top it all off with the gold. I'm gonna get some speckling of gray in here as well. I think it'll solidify once I get the vines on it. That's kind of the thing that I really have a good time with is putting the basing materials on. Like I just love making something look kind of crappy with basing. Here, I have a couple finished bases that like I really have fun making these things. Like getting this like lava rock look on here for this, because this is a base for one of the motorcycles. And I just wanted to have a spot where the motorcycle was doing a wheelie. So I'm going to drill a hole in this back section here and have the motorcycle doing a wheelie off the front here. And then this one is like a spot where the motorcycle is going to be jumping. It's going to be hitting this rock here and kind of going up. And then this last one is going to be the motorcycle like burning out in the mud. So I already have like a spot where it dips for the tire to go in. And then like whole shredded area here where the front tire's gone through it. So that's like spinning out in mud. I know, I like making those things. It's real fun. See, so my army scheme is red and white. I have been focusing on painting all of their base coats red. It's been a process as well. And this is for the Kree, you said? Hold on, let's see. Almost all here is for, where was it? I think it was the Kree, you said. I want to go back and find it. Oh no, Adari primed. Okay, so let's see it. But I do have almost all my Adari primed. Someone else was talking about the Kree. Hang on. Except for a few hero characters. Okay, and the Adari are like the evil elves, or they're the good elves? Because I know there's the dark Adari, and then there's like the regular Adari. But the Adari are like supposed to be twisted and kind of evil or something. I don't know. I haven't dipped into the Adari lore yet. That's on the lists. Someone else had me look up something dark today. I don't even know if I remember the name of it, but it was like this messed up story with this dude going to this planet and the chaos people are there and like they're making like weird skin puppets and crap. It was like utterly intense. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do with this, but it was still an interesting listen because like, I don't know, it's strange how much like reality is kind of dipped into Warhammer 40K. Because, like, even while I was listening to it, I'm like, yeah, that's a fascinating story. But someone got there from some interesting connection pieces. You know, like, there's things behind things. I mean, I'm Christian, so I'm, like, seeing Christianity everywhere. You know, and I'm, like, listening to the Warhammer lore, and I'm going, that's an interesting, weird, twisted, like, reverse Christian message. I don't know, interesting. I didn't know that was there. Let's see. Jarrett, I too am building a Krieg army. It is a pile of shame. Yeah, I have a few kill teams that are hitting pile of shame level. So I have made myself like I'm not allowed to buy any more kill team stuff until I get like this stuff, like this terrain made, and we're playing kill teams. But I need to paint a few more of my kill teams, like probably the Vespid Stingwings and the Tempest guys. They're supposed to be pretty evenly matched. So my army scheme, okay, I read that. Red, white. Okay, so red, white, I'm guessing this is for your Adari army. Thank you, Elevator GM, for skimming the chat. See, Mike, it's a lot of minis for an army. 2,000 point army, and I painted all the minis equally. Okay. They rated C tier the veteran guardsmen, which I like. Okay, so you can let me know. The veteran guardsmen are also known as like the Death Watch? I'm getting that wrong, I think. The guys who have the gas masks on. Anyways, they're in an army with the orcs from last year. So I think it's like the 2023 army is that version, but it's not very balanced in the 2024 rules. The 2024 rules set for that, like to me, it seems pretty clear that the veteran guardsmen are at a disadvantage because of their hit points and their damage output. And the orcs are at a pretty significant advantage for their hit points and damage output. But it's still a really fun army. Like, it is balanced-ish, right? Like, the veteran guardsman needs to be the better player, but the orc can be, like, an average player. So it's actually a kill team pairing that I will use to teach people to play the game, and I will be the veteran guardsman, and I will have them be the orcs, because the orcs are pretty simple. So I used it as a way to teach my friend Steven how to play, like, at least just, like, the basics how to play. But now that I picked up the two-part box, the ones with the, oh my goodness, the blueberries with the Adeptus Astartes, the Ultramarines. So there's one that has the Ultramarines and the Chaos Marines. That is probably one of the best Wargame starter boxes I have seen. It is so beginner friendly. Like it has like the rules cards, but it's like dumbed down rules cards. So it has like, they're basically starter armies, and they have like one piece of text, and they can just, all the characters have 3 action points. All of them have like the same armor. It's just real easy to start someone in playing that version of the game. It is an excellent beginner box. Which is why I'm probably going to move on to painting those guys all the way first before I allow myself to get any other kill teams. because I think that's one of the better starter boxes. And I think it's a really good way to teach people how to play the game. So my goal is to get my friend Steven and his son Landon playing this together. So if I can get Steven into it, and like I think he would actually play it, I'll buy a starter box for Landon, like for his birthday, and so he can like paint the miniatures and get into it. Because I already gave Landon a bunch of like speed paints I wasn't using. And basically any paint stuff that I wasn't continuing to use. I was like, here, have it. Go start painting minis. He's not that into it, but I think he is interested in playing like a war game with his dad. I think they'd have a really good time doing that. So we're going to Adepticon? No. Strategicon. There's too many conventions. We're going to Strategicon this weekend, and I'm excited. I'm excited to try like a new war game. Like last time they had this Conquest game there, and I'd like to try a game of it. Like I'm not interested in getting into a new war game. Like I'm all war gamed out at this point, but I'd still like to just to take a look at it, see what the difference is. Right? There was like a lot of fans of that Conquest game that were like, it's the best version of all worlds, right? Like I left Warhammer and started playing this game, and it's like it's obviously way better. You know, I'm assuming that whoever's doing that is probably someone like me when I was with Marvel Crisis Protocol. Like, right? Stuff gets boring. I don't know. But there's also a lot of people who are upset about Warhammer pricing, so maybe it's related to that. The Conquest game, like I looked it up and kind of seemed about the same pricing wise. Like they had a dinosaur for this Conquest game. It was really cool. Such a cool dinosaur. But it was like, I don't know, $100 for a dinosaur. You know, it's like, it's a cool looking dinosaur, but it's $100 for a dinosaur. I'm like, that's kind of Warhammer pricing. So I at this point, I just like consider the pricing is I'm paying to be able to do this, right? I paid for the Hive Storm thing so I can do this. And I'm enjoying this. This is, I like, it's, again, it's not my favorite thing to do for the hobby, but I actually do enjoy doing this. I prefer doing this than like playing video games. And I used to be like a big video game fan. I have actually been playing the Space Marine game, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, I didn't think I would actually like it as much as I do. Like, it's not the most amazing game I've played, but it is definitely an interesting look in Warhammer. And I think the story is cool, and I'm interested in, like, the characters. Like, I kind of want to know what happens. I'm only on, like, the 3rd mission at this point, so I'm not very far in. So, yeah, but anyways, I'm into it. Still, I like this better. This is to me, this is more interesting than video games. All right, and I need my Chaos Evil Rust color. Where is it at? Nope. There we go. See, I bought the box and haven't even built a single thing out of them yet. Let's see. Oh, okay. I guess you're talking about the, here, I'm going to try and catch up because you guys are way ahead of me. I'm assuming you're talking about the 2023 box with orcs and the Death Guard guys. So you picked up a massive stack of old Hammer stuff and Rogue Trader era from a storage a few years back. Had some unpainted metal squats. It was pretty cool. That sounds like a treasure, man. That's cool. Let's see. Warhammer pricing is wild, though. Makes Forge World prices make me want to puke. Let's see. Forge World. What is Forge World? I haven't heard of that. Shaw, same thing. It's a Deathcore. Okay, same thing as Deathcore Krieg. All right. Just got some Rogue Trader era rhinos, like 1988 kit. They're all damaged as hell, but will make a fun restoration project. That's cool. Do you guys find a lot of like Warhammer stuff? Just what, like on sounds like Elevator GM sounds like you got it from like a storage unit or something like that. I had the thought the other day that like going to garage sales would be a way I could possibly pick up like, I don't know, cool game treasure stuff. And I had like it's not like exactly something I would want to do. I'm not like a big garage sale hunter, but now that I'm kind of interested in some of these old games, you know, like Warhammer, I'm interested in Magic the Gathering, you know, playing that with my son some more. I don't know. I figured, yeah, that's probably a good way to find old miniatures or people's collections or whatever. So I had that thought myself. All right, I need to bring the... I'm okay with this side being lighter because this can be the sun side or sun-facing side. And it would make sense for it to be a little duller. I'm going to bring the edges up here with some light gray. And then we're going to take gold over this. My son, when he does like metallics, he gets hard into it. Like he's doing like edge lines and stuff. Like same thing with like object source lighting. He doesn't mess with it too much, but when he does a good job with the object source lighting. I am envious of his painting skills, but I'm happy that he's into it. Right? It's nice that my son is interested in something like more than just games. So I'm happy about that. All right. Some muted mud color on the base of it. And then we'll take some gold over all the top. Okay, somehow the mud stayed in there a little bit too much. Statistically speaking, you would have to move through garage sales like Taco Bell runs through me. That's okay. I mean, yeah, that's fair. To be able to find something cool. Now, you know what's really been nice is my game store, the commission case, I noticed that sometimes there's a deal there, right? Like there's a person who's got an army. They've been painting it for a while or it was a real important thing to them for some period of time. And they're just kind of done with it, right? Because some dude brought a massive collection of Tyranids. And, you know, I didn't grab it right away because I just didn't know exactly what it was. I didn't understand like how much Tyranids it was for the money. And now my son is, you know, he's not like pissed or something, but I'm like, okay, yes, if I see Tyranids like that in the future, I will not let it go. Because it was like all built, all primed, $150. It was probably about 20 to 30 of the guys with guns, the Naunts, whatever. It was a gargoyle, which is already like, that's already like 80 or 90 bucks. That was the one with the wings. And I think it was one of the big shooter guys. Like there was enough there that it was probably, if you were to buy it on its own, it was probably like 260, 300 bucks. And so I was like, all right, that's a bummer. I'll try and pay more attention. But anyways, it is a way to get it cheaper, right? As I mentioned, I might myself try and start building them just to resell them because I like building them. I don't know. Maybe I would try and make money, but I have seen a lot of stuff in the consignment case that is just there for months. A lot of Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. It seems to go if people package it like individually, but when someone tries to sell like 10 models of Marvel Crisis Protocol, like no one's buying it. All right. Used is great if you like kit bashing custom projects. That's a good point. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with like the extra pieces. I mean, especially with like the orcs. I've noted that I can just start building guns, like extra walls and things to like make my orc creations kind of pop out. All right. Yeah, this one's going to be a little more bleached than the other ones. Let me see if it's significant. All right. So we have the siding there. Thank you, I appreciate that. All right. Once I get these all painted, I will glue these together. I haven't really done a lot of that where you paint and then glue stuff, but I realized I didn't want to try and get my hand inside of here with the I didn't want to try and paint this while it was together. It was going to be really annoying. So this is actually going to be one of my first times gluing something after I paint it. I've not gotten good at that, and like the few times I have tried to do it, I really mess up, and then I have to like repaint it afterwards because like the glue melts everything, and there's like bubbling fumes and stuff. I don't know. It doesn't go well. I've got 2K Iron Warriors. I think I just learned about the Iron Warriors today in that nasty video that I watched where the one Adeptus Astarte guy goes to the planet and they're making skin suits out of people. Anyways, they talked about iron people, and it was a nasty story. So okay, just assembled Iron Warriors and almost painted. My next project is either Daemons or Guard. Okay, yeah, interesting. How's it going? Base coating, yes. I already did all the priming on these. So all of these were primed basically, just white with a light zenithal. Most of the time, it's not worth doing zenithal because I'm not using contrast paints and I end up adding washes. So I think most of the time I'm just going to do them in white. And then I like bringing up darkness in waves. This is the Volkus terrain from Kill Team. So this is the largest building in the Volkus terrain. And I think it's one of the buildings that actually makes the game more interesting because this advantage point ends up being pivotal in a lot of the different maps. It's really fun trying to fight for that vantage point. All right, I'm going to dabble in some more brown, so add some muddy texture around the base of the big one here, and then I'm going to start adding my vines. Need a little more gray in that. I don't mind. I was actually thinking about making a Kill Team video the other day explaining why I like the game so much, and the thing I realized was I actually wanted to finish the terrain. So before I get the video together, I wanted to make the terrain look nice, and I wanted to set up the game, with good-looking, as best as I can get good-looking terrain. So, yeah, I wanted to make it look good, and then I was going to just talk about Kill Team and why I like the game, why I like it more than Marvel Crisis Protocol. And yeah, I do think that the starter box for Kill Team is a good starter box. If you're interested in playing war games, I think it's a solid entry point into the hobby. And it's really beginner friendly because that's the thing that's like it's hard to learn a war game. Marvel Crisis Protocol, you got to memorize 50 pages of text in order to be able to get the game started and played well. And then, almost guaranteed, you're going to start playing, and guess what? You're going to get a bunch of stuff wrong. So that means you want to play with someone, the first few games you're going to be playing, we're going to get most of the rules wrong. This isn't going to be seamless. So I really liked the starter box for Kill Team because it is just rather beginner friendly. I think it does a really good job of breaking the rules down and making it so you're not worrying about too many things at the same time to start out with. I'm speaking specifically of the newest one. I don't actually know what the name of it's called. It's the one that has the Plague Marines and the Astartes. I feel like it's actually called the Plague Marine one, but that one's really good. So yeah, thank you for the request. I will be happy to do a video about Kill Team when I finish up making all the terrain and getting ready to table. All right. Let me get a little more gold here. Yeah, I like the gold kind of just popping out the edging slightly so that when you look at it at an angle, it has some depth to it. And that's about as fancy as I tend to get with the paint jobs on big terrain. All right, let me get out my glue, and I'm going to start dabbing this stuff in. Let's see. All right. You need some slight wash on you, and I'm not going to use I'm not going to use my big wash. I need a little wash. Just got my painting area kind of set up and ready to go here, so I'm still like trying to figure out where I've put stuff. It's a little easier than painting at my desk because I just had no room at my desk. It was so difficult trying to paint at the computer desk area. It was not great. All right, I just want this one to pop a little bit darker, so I'm just going to splash in some more shade with the with this wash. There we go. Iron hands. Let's see. You able to do any reading lately? Oh, thank you for reminding me. I haven't gotten back to reading yet, but I appreciate the reminders. I like the stuff that I assume you're the one on Discord who has been posting the stuff that you've been writing. I really like it. Yeah, and you're welcome to connect. I don't know if YouTube will allow you to connect links, any of the Warhammer videos, if you want to post in the comments to the stuff you're writing. I think you're doing a really good job making short stories, and I think the short stories that you're telling are interesting and gripping. So, yeah, I'm happy to support your artistry. I'll get to reading some more of those soon, and then what I was going to do is I was going to make some painting videos and just read the stories during the video, you know? So it's kind of like something to listen to while painting is happening. I just need to figure out a way to do painting that looks good for a video, you know? I don't know, it's kind of one thing to have a live stream, but I feel like the painting videos, you need to actually be showing people how to paint or something. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you guys can let me know. I'm not sure if just painting videos like this are worthwhile. All right. Okay. That is satisfactory now. Let me get a little bit more. All right, glue. I like this stuff a lot. Hang on, I need to sweep up the rest of this blue so that doesn't go into my terrain piece. I also love these dry brush palettes because they're so easy to make. Like, it is really easy to make this palette. I just took a board from like Home Depot and put a bunch of like rock terrain pieces on it and then varnished them down and let it dry, and like it became this like rough texture that's really fun to dry brush on, or it's real easy to dry brush on. Okay, I'm gonna dab some more of this light blue in here to get that floor to pop. I keep saying I'm gonna start gluing leaves on, but I do really enjoy this part. But like I think the reason why I try and speed it along a little bit is because there's some utility to it where it's like, I actually do want to get to playing. And so if I just keep painting forever, we're never going to play. And I want to be playing with my son. Like, I want to have this down on the table and have him see it and be like, oh, that's totally cool. Let's play, right? That's the dream. It's having Kill Team just on the table permanently. All right. Been interested in the Pathfinder team for Tau, but the rules look complicated. So the Pathfinder team, they are really cool looking. I love those models. Like, those models look like, I don't know, they to me, they pop out in an interesting way, similar to the Euclidean Star Strider people. I just love the aesthetic of those models. Like the white with the blue and like the little robot heads, but they're not robots. They're aliens with robot heads. Anyways, they're cool. I don't know anything about their lore, but some of the kill teams rules are complicated. And there are some kill teams that are harder to learn than others. The Tau right now are supposed to be from the reviews I have seen, the Tau are supposed to be like one of the lower tier teams, but that doesn't necessarily mean much. You know, it just means maybe it's going to be harder to win games with it. Right now, it seems like the elite teams are pretty powerful. So the two teams that you get in like that starter box with the Astartes and the Plague Marines, those two teams are like actually pretty strong. because elites are difficult in the meta right now. So, and they're also really easy to learn. Let's see. I was always told if you wanted to make your terrain look good, go for it, but it's terrain, not your army. You don't want terrain taking people's eyes from the models. I mean, that's fair, right? I agree. But I also want it to look like we're on a little like diorama, right? Like I kind of want to look, I want the terrain to look like we're in a diorama. And the way that I know to make it look like a diorama is like making it look somewhat real. And ruins, I think I have an easier time doing that with than like fancy buildings. Because like I really struggled to make Marvel Crisis Protocol cars look good. You know, because like you got to get like edge lining, and I was like, I don't care. It's a car. This is right up my alley for painting. I can try and make this look like just, you know, a trash heap car. And I love making orc cars look like trash heap cars. Dry brush is about as far as you want to go. You know, that's kind of where I get with terrain as well. You know, okay, that's what we're going with right now. So we're about to start moving into, well, if that's what you mean by flocking. I brought a few different materials that we're gonna work with today. So these are some rocks. I used these rocks to make that lava rock, which now I lost track of. It's back there. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I used these rocks to make this like craggy ground, right? And just sprinkle a bunch of them. So I'm gonna use some of those, and I have some of this moss crap, and then we have these leaves. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a cup. Where did I put my cups? There we go. They're back there. No, they're not back there. Oh, yes, they are back there. All right, so we're gonna get one of these things. I'm gonna put a bunch of glue in here. And then we're just going to start painting glue on and sprinkling this stuff in as we go. Let's see. The mark lights are really easy to get used to. Pre-shooting phase. It's CP and the move, shoot, move command for shoots. That gets hard to remember. Okay, so are the mark lights, are those the Tau Pathfinders? But see, I learned all the mark light rules, and remember it looks super hard. Oh, okay, okay, that is the mark light one. Okay, well, you know, okay, that's the thing. You find an army that you're interested in. So I have the same problem when it comes to like playing a war game with miniatures. I really struggle to know what I'm supposed to be doing as I'm doing it, and that stresses me out a lot. You know, like I'm about like to start making choices on my turn, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do, and I'm like, oh no, right, so. But I want to learn the mandrakes, and the mandrakes are a really interesting team to me because they're just zipping around the like around the board like witches. So they're like teleporting in and out, and they're kind of crazy. And so that's the team that kind of spoke to me as like, all right, I want to learn how to play that team. But to play that team, it means I need to learn how they play, and they do play kind of weird, and they have a weird strategy that's kind of hard to keep in mind. But then they also have like all of their tactics moves they do. Hey buddy, how's it going?
Hello.
And trying to remember all that stuff together is like complicated, and I know that the first few games I play, I'm not going to do it right. So I just accept that it's probably not going to go great at first, and it'll get better. Hey, would you mind going to my desk and grabbing, there's a brush that the big Zerg guy is holding. Would you mind grabbing that for me off my desk?
It's not a Zerg.
Sorry, not a Zerg, thank you. He's a Tyranid. The big Tyranid is holding a brush. Can you grab that for me?
Yep.
Thank you. See, I keep calling them Zergs. That's because I'm an idiot, and I keep confusing them for StarCraft. Dry brush palette, so nice. Yes, I'm a big fan of dry brush palette. Thank you so much. This is the very first brush that we got. It is.
That is not the first brush we got.
Yeah, this came in the free starter set. It's the Game Master brush that we got in our first paint kit from Shuffle and Cut.
Really?
Yeah, it's just messed up, man. It's just old and messed up. But this is now my paint on glue. All right, so I'm going to start with some dead leaves and then put live leaves over them. You showing me something?
Uh-huh.
You want me to get it on stream? What you made? Is this art gonna go in your room? Apparently he did art in school.
I'm getting a frame. My mom ordered a frame on Amazon, and it's coming on Tuesday.
All right, this wants to spin over for some reason. Oh my goodness, now it's crooked. Okay.
The reason it's going to be a little confusing is because it's surrealist.
Oh, okay, all right. So what are we looking at here? So it's like a monkey creature on a tree monster crab with an alligator shoe. And there's a diving board. And then a boat up in the tree branch and the moon. That's really cool looking, man.
It's a flying shoe.
Flying
with a pier right here.
Here, try to light more. Hand.
It's a tree house. See?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It is surrealist. That's weird, man. Okay. Yeah. I'd be happy to have that on the wall. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I like that. It's got a neat popping look to it. Would you mind pulling that light chain?
That one.
Yeah. For the corner right there. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get some leaves on this, and then what you doing right now? I mean, you feel like playing something? You feel like playing Kill Team? It's 9:03. You got regular time day tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So now I just dab a bunch of this paint, or sorry.
Oh, the door's locked.
Oh, dab a bunch of this glue on here. Okay, don't yell. All right. And then I pour these leaves in here. And I want to get a mix of the green ones with the yellow ones. And I want a few less yellow ones than green ones. Because I kind of like the vines to look like they're alive. It also makes them pop from the terrain. Hey, Riker, calm down, man.
Wait, is he taking a shower in there? Yeah. Okay.
Why? Were you going to take one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll be quick with him.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Let's get this over here. You go up. All right. What state are we in? We are in California. Whoops. Sunny, hot California. It is getting to be summertime now.
Unfortunately.
Already.
Way too hot.
And I got to get pretty liberal with the glue. I'm trying to turn it. Oh, careful.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
What you doing?
I was looking.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Whoops. Great. Still good. Still good. All right, so this clip is not as helpful.
Horrible.
Is not as helpful as my other clip. I'm gonna have to get the one from the desk.
Do you want me to go grab it?
No, it's fine for now. I'll do it when I'm done here.
You don't need to
See, from Bakersfield, no, Bishop, just leave it be, man. I'm a ways from Bakersfield, a few hours. I live near LA. Let's see. You're in California too? Well, hopefully I use a lot of these leaves.
Well, if you're gonna be at the, what's it called?
We are going to Strategicon on.
Still called?
It's called OrcCon was the one in February. This one is called something like Strategicon. Close enough. Yeah, we're going there to go check out some games, hang out with our friends over the weekend, and hopefully play some kind of strategy games. I was trying to read, let's see, Jesus is the Son of God. He died on the cross for our sins and was resurrected 3 days later. Believe in Jesus and you will not die, but have everlasting life. I agree. Well said. StarCraft was supposed to be a 40K RTS. Is that, yeah, I heard some story about that the Blizzard people basically stole the Warhammer stuff. I haven't looked too much into it, but I don't know. Blizzard with having sort of skeezy business practice. I don't know, that kind of checks out. I mean, I probably buy into it a little bit too much because I'm not a big fan of Blizzard anymore. Don't you people have phones? All right. Yeah, it'll look weird at first. Like it'll look like kind of like it looks too white at first, but it dries really clear. You gotta stop looming around me.
I'm trying to find my phone. I don't know what
Oh, okay, well you're making me nervous. I'm trying to paint it.
Barkley ate the cross.
Hey, go tell your brother to be a big boy because he's not listening to mommy right now. He ate what?
He ate your cross.
What cross?
This well, it's not one of the high quality ones. It's this one.
Oh, okay, that's one of Lex's things. Okay,
Oh.
I thought you meant the one my wooden one. It's in that
No.
thing. Okay, all right. Go check on your brother. Tell him to stop not listening to mommy because I can hear him and he's being ridiculous and he's not listening to mommy. Tell him to be a big boy, please.
Riker, listen to mommy.
Let's see. They didn't steal. The deal just fell through. They had 90% of the game and just reskinned. Wow. Huh. Airbrush only gets faster with time, but God, does it give good, smooth transitions. Yeah, so Rodney, you have an airbrush, I'm guessing? I have not gotten an airbrush.
I want to get one.
Yeah, he wants to get one. I kind of want to get one. We don't have a place to put it.
Get a shed.
I'd have to get a shed and put it in the backyard area.
We don't even do anything in the backyard.
Yeah, we don't really do much in the backyard, but
We just have
okay, here's the thing. I think if we got one and I had to put it in the backyard, I think we just would never use it.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt we would use it. I'm just saying, I don't think, if I make it any amount of work to get to painting miniatures, I don't paint miniatures, and neither do you. And you can't convince me otherwise. So if I made it so that there had to be a shed we had to go to in the backyard, it's just
walk out to the backyard.
Yeah, it was
set
dude.
up the airbrush and turn it on, and you paint 50% faster.
You're really gonna try and convince me that you would paint with an airbrush outside? I don't buy it.
Yes, I buy it.
Okay, all right. That's cope. I don't think you would.
Buy one and I'll show you.
Well, I have to decide that I actually want one, and right now I'm fine with the way I'm doing it. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. If you want to start getting a shed put together in your room, you're welcome to.
In my room.
Yeah. Okay, go tell your brother to be a big boy because he's not being a good big boy right now. Let's see. Speeds it up quite a bit, but not as fast as what I see the Wizards Online do. Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. I have one. I just don't have a place for it. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I'd get it, and I'd just stick it in the backyard, and then we just never use it, and that would suck, right? I have enough shame for picking up Warhammer things that I don't paint or build or whatever. That I still need to do that. I don't want to. I don't want to add more equipment and stuff. All right, I want to make this creeper vine go across this window frame as well. So I'm going to need to network up some glue on these window frames. I like doing these creeper vines. It's fun to try and put them together, and just I don't know. It's again something I can do. It's not too precise. I'm not good at keeping my hands still when I'm painting, and I see people Serestro painting, and I don't know. It could be that I'm old now. It could be some of it's also I have bad vision. I need to get glasses. There's a few reasons why it's hard for me to paint. I enjoy it. It's fun. I'm not very good at it. And I don't know, maybe I just need to do it more often. It could be that. It could be that I just don't paint often enough. Ah, that's not where I meant for that to go. There we go. Yeah, but any type of painting I can do that allows me to like kind of be messy, which is why I like doing this kind of like nature stuff. Cause you know, it's okay for it to be messy and it still looks natural. Like when you start getting into like painting the Starship Enterprise, that's where I like, no, I can't. It's too pretty. That also might be some of the appeal that I have to Warhammer versus like Marvel Crisis Protocol. I think it's mostly mechanical that caused me to switch. I don't like the way Marvel Crisis Protocol plays. I'm not a fan of the game itself. But it could be that some of the hobby stuff is, to me, easier because it's allowed to be messy and ruddy looking and broken. I don't know. With the Marvel ones, I tended to paint them crazy. Like I tended to paint them like just going nuts. I made Colossus, and he's tearing this Sentinel's arm off, and there's just like Sentinel gore all over him. It's just leaking like Sentinel fluid and battery juice, and he's just like, rah, he's like drinking it because he's being a Colossus, right? He's like he's Conan Colossus. It's crazy looking. I don't know. I probably like the aesthetic of Warhammer better, but I think it's in most cases mechanical. All right, I'm gonna make this vine continue up the side there, and I'm gonna get a little thicker in that window area. Let's see. I have done with hand compressor this tiny, sitting on my desk. So the one you have with the hand compressor on your desk, does that put out fumes? Because like I haven't heard of the airbrushes that don't put out fumes. But yeah, I guess if there was one that you could use and it didn't do airbrush fumes, I don't know how that would even work. But that's my main issue. Is like I don't want to, because I got a 3D printer a couple years ago when I first thought, okay, well, hey, I'm interested in miniatures, and obviously the way to go is 3D printers, right? Like, so I got a resin printer. I got one of the Elagu Saturns, and I looked up all the information that I could find on it about the fumes and all that stuff, right? Because I had heard from YouTubers that, hey, the fumes can be bad, but people were saying that the water resin was going to be like fumeless or way better. And so I went, oh, okay, cool. I'll get the water resin stuff. I even looked up on, I don't know, like FDA websites information about the water resin stuff. And it was like, yeah, should be no fumes, right? There was a bunch of, like, all the requirements that the regular resin had, where it's like it had to tell you it was poison. The water stuff didn't have to tell you it was poison. I was like, okay, so it must be true. Like the water resin stuff less. We had it here for like a couple days, and the whole house smelled like bleach. I was like, okay, nope, can't do it. I'm not going to kill mine and my kids' lungs to try and make miniatures. So, I was like, okay, whatever. I sent it all back to Amazon. Like, I ain't keeping this thing. And I was just done with basically done with trying to 3D print in my house. Because the filament printers, I looked those up too, and like, those are better about fumes, but they put plastic dust everywhere. Anyways, the airbrush was another one of those things where I'm like, yes, I would love to have this. It'd be great for the hobby. It obviously looks like it's easier to do some aspects of painting. I don't want to kill myself and my family's lungs with getting like some kind of toy to put in our house to make painting cool. And we don't have the space in the garage to do it. The garage is kind of like Riker's area for being crazy now, and I'm not going to take that away from him. He's loved that since 2020. All right. I almost have one vine done. I want them to go up as high as possible into like the upper recesses of the building, so it's like the vine's trying to grow into sunlight. All right. Isn't one the size of a shoebox going to fit in your painting table? Okay. It's only pushing air through it, so no fumes. I think the fumes are from the aerosolized paint, right? Like it's not that the compressor makes fumes, it's that the aerosolized paint has fumes, and you need to like wear a mask because you're taking paint and aerosolizing it, and so it's going out into your whole house. That's why you got to do it in like a fume hood. Yeah, I don't use it anymore because of asthma. Don't have a decent ventilated space to do it. Okay, outside in the open air, which sucks. Okay, I got you. All right. I use a cardboard box, and that works great. Okay. I just make sure to use a breathing mask. Fair? Looks really cool. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think it looks a lot better once it started to dry out. But yeah, it's basically just like I got this from Amazon. They're like little cut pieces of paper, and they look kind of like leaves. I think it was about $16 for 4 colored bottles. And I get them in, they're in like greenish yellow, like this one here, and then yellow and then green. And depending on the size of the building I put them on, I'll do like just different mixes of the leaves. And then all I use is the glue. This Army Painter glue. I think that one's like $5. And I just put on like paint and grab these guys and dab them into it. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. And it's another thing, it just allows me to be messy, but add like a little bit of, realism to it. So it has like a natural look. I really like doing this type of stuff. All right, sounds like Daddy might be needed to straighten out some shower business right now. What time is it? 9:18. Okay, so I've been going for a little while. Okay, someone's losing it. Okay. Let me catch up on chat here. See, hold on. You have to worry about airborne acrylics. Not good to breathe in. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Generally want to mask no matter what. I see. Yes. To the air mask, right? I made one of my sergeant. Let's see. One of my sergeant with the power fist holding a skull. I call him Sergeant Hamlet. That's cool. That's okay. You got to show me a picture of that one. That sounds awesome, man. I like that idea. Yeah, I've been thinking about, like, even though I already built all of my Adeptus guys so far, now that I'm, like, learning about the lore, like, okay, so when I was building them from the Leviathan box, there was, hold on a second. There was one guy in the Leviathan box that's the coolest guy of all of them, right? Because there's a bunch of like, this big kind of chonky dude. I'm sorry, I don't know all the lore for the Adeptus Astartes yet. I'm still going through orcs and stuff, right? This guy's like a medic or something, okay? But let me see if I can find him. This guy is like veteran dude, okay? He's totally messed up. His gun is broken. He's got like a Tyranid skull strapped to his shoulder, right? His helmet is off. He's got his breather mask on. He's down to 2 knives. This dude has been going through it. And when I built this guy, I'm like, this is my favorite guy. This is like my favorite guy in the entire box because he's a story, right? Like he's like, I'm going to make it. I don't know. And once I saw that, I was kind of like, man, I want to make a bunch of he's going to make it guys, right? I want to make a bunch of just the Rambo'd out dudes. I don't know. It's as I'm continuing to put them together, I will probably pick up another set of the Adeptus Astartes, the Ultramarines, because I like to make them very personalized. Anyways, my Ultramarine army is not a priority at the moment since I'm trying to get orcs and terrain ready. My main thing is like I want to get Riker's army ready for the table so I can start making some stories with it. I want to get terrain down so I can start using the terrain for stories as well. And then I want to create like some kind of situation for Riker to play out in a game in order to just get him like, I want him to roll the dice and want to roll the dice, right? Like it's been so hard trying to get him just to play a game because every time he rolls the dice, he won't look. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what he rolls. He doesn't care if he got a number because he doesn't care about like the story of what he's playing. And so anyways, yeah, I want to create it in such a way that he wants his orc war boys to save the other orc war boys, and he wants to roll a 4, 5, or 6 on the dice, right? Like I just want him Just at least roll dice and look at dice and then care what dice numbers say. That's the whole game for game 1. Let's see. I 3D print everything and it works great. The fumes are a mess to manage though. Tell me about, how do you deal with the fumes? Water-based resin is better, but definitely not fumeless. Okay, I noticed that. But then the other problem I had with the water-based resin was the miniatures were so brittle. Like every miniature I made, like if you dropped it, it shattered. Like even if you didn't drop it, like you just bump one of the pieces and it cracks. So they didn't break off and it's got like some malleability. I'm trying to play these games with kids, right? And that was the other thing is like if I'm gonna have to use the water resin, it's no good to me while I'm trying to play these games with kids because these are super not durable miniatures. I don't know, that kind of bugged me. See, I'm an aircraft mechanic. I'm already dead. Oh, okay, but I get the fumes are bad. Okay, and you know what? That's fair. I can understand that. Like if it was just me and I'm like whatever, I'm a smoker. You know, hold on. My internet is going out apparently. I live in California where we can't keep our internet running. It's like, for whatever reason, I have worse internet than the people who I'm talking with in Louisiana, where I would normally make fun of their internet. In my billion-dollar state, we cannot get Spectrum to keep running internet. It is always something. Anyways, if it's ruddy right now, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, so if it was just me, and it was like, all right, it's me and I'm not worried about like my kids' lungs. Yeah, I probably would just I probably would be airbrushing. I don't care. I would be smoking cigarettes as well. I say that, but I've been off of cigarettes for a long enough time that they actually don't smell good to me anymore. I know, that's crazy. I know, like a heretic. How can I say something like that? I don't know. I smell them on occasion and I don't crave them. It's weird. It's really weird. I didn't expect that outcome ever. I think it's just been long enough that they don't smell good to me. And that's the first sign that I'm like, hey, maybe I wouldn't smoke when my kids grow up. I used to be pretty certain, like when my kids grow up, I'll start smoking again. I don't think so now. Aircraft paint remover, some crazy stuff. Let's see. I want the Terminator captain. Is that what that guy is? Okay, he's just so awesome. Tag you on Discord where the pick is. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you put it all in the basement for me. Fumes aren't an issue if you're not near it for long periods. Okay. Just make sure you wear gloves. You'll be fine. Not too many basements in California. That is true. I have no basement myself. My suggestion would be to build a fume box. Yeah, I thought about that. But the only real place that I would probably be able to do that is like this desk right here in my room. And that's like my bedroom, right? It's like, I don't know. It seems like a bad idea if I want to continue breathing well, and I don't know. I would like to be healthy for my kids. I had bad lungs for a long time after smoking. And, it was like hard to run and hard to breathe. And I still struggle. Like when I go on my bike rides, it's not easy, and I know that some of that is probably having smoked for 15 years and maybe that's never going to go away. I don't know, but I don't know. I guess I don't actually want to make it worse and harder to breathe. Yeah. I hear he's flipping out in there. Do I need to go in there?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. I'm going to catch up with this and I'll go. Just plexiglass and wood. Okay. It's high-speed rail. Yeah, I know. The high-speed rail. Someday we'll have that. Use foldable canvas box connected to window by a fan with driver. Okay. You build a fume box with a window and suction pulls the fumes out. Right. No, that is the thing. But yeah, that's a pretty expensive venture, right? If as far as I can tell, that's about the same as trying to get into 3D printing. You're right. It's not impossible, but it is basically something I would have to start planning for and saving up. That for me, that's like a purchase that I would have to give some thought to decide, like weigh the pros and cons of it and stuff. And I would probably talk to my wife and, all right, here's what I'm thinking. What do you think? And generally I do that because I'm not convinced that outcome is actually better. right? Like, if the goal is to get my kids to kind of participate in the hobby, I'm not sure that the air sprayer really helps me that much. Like, I want to get my son Riker to be painting and building his orcs with me and actually like be participating. I'd like him to be painting. I'm not even at air sprayer yet. We got to kind of work to get our brush together. So at the moment, my painting is like, I don't even think I'm going for try and make it look the best. I just want to make it like look tableable. Is that a word? Like I want to make it look like, so, it's good for wargaming is what I'm aiming for. All right. And to the degree that I also have fun building it. My son, this is a Spider-Man he did. He's doing like a Spider-Man that's like, he just went with his own paint color, right? This is obviously Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider. He did not want to paint him Scarlet Spider. This is what you get when your kid doesn't know Marvel lore, right? I would have painted this guy Ben Reilly colors because I know Marvel lore, and to me, he needs to be painted different than Spider-Man because he and Peter Parker, right? But this is the real Peter Parker. This real Peter Parker is Scarlet Spider-Man. Everyone knows that. Anyways, my son is a much more careful painter than I am. He puts a lot of time and energy. Even if the thing comes out like, and it's, well, okay, most of the stuff he paints actually come out pretty good. But even when it doesn't come out good, he still has spent like 12 hours on it. And I did that with Doctor Strange. I spent like 6 hours painting Doctor Strange, only for it to come down to me trying to get his face together, and he looks like melting wax. And I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done trying super hard. I'm just gonna, and that's why I got all these contrast paints, right? I tried out the contrast paints, and I was like, this is all contrast paints, right? It's just all contrast paints, and I'm like, hey, that looks fine to me. I'm happy with that. That's good enough. So I will do whatever makes the painting job easier and less complex. How's he doing? Listening, not listening, don't know? Okay, all right. All right, I'm going to wrap it there and go check on Riker because he's losing it. See, the heavy metals in the paint are not good on your skin. Then buy an awesome FDM printer and go nuts. I thought about getting one of the good FDM printers, but I have seen videos where people they were taking like UV lights throughout their house, and they went down to their pillows and their sheets, and they did the UV lights, and there's just speckles of plastic everywhere. Because like the dust, it just filled their house. Citadel white paint. No, you're right. Citadel white paint is a scam. This apothecary white is crap. It's good if I want bone color or that apothecary white made this eagle fur. There you go. It's good for that kind of grayish white. It's not white, but I used apothecary white to give that eagle feathers like some texture in it, right? And it fell into the recesses, and some of it was white and most of it's gray. I know, I totally get it. I do like it for painting eagle feathers though. All right, I keep saying I'm gonna go. I need to go check on Riker and thrash him around because he's not listening to mommy. So I gotta go wrestle him into some kind of obedience. All right, it's fun hanging out with y'all. Thank you for chilling while we did some painting. I'm gonna finish these guys up. Hopefully through this next week, I get them ready to table, and I also want to be done with this orc tank and get started on the orc crawler tank. So got a lot of painting and crafting stuff to do before we can actually start gaming, and that's why a lot of my focus on the channel has gone to that. But I also managed to get done a video where Landon is looking at Between Two Skies. I'll see how that does, and then I'll continue. I have about 8 more of those videos to edit. So a lot of stuff I'm working on right now, and then I'll probably do a couple live streams at the convention. Just to give a tour. I did a video tour of it last time, and I don't know. I'll actually probably just live stream it, see how it goes. So, all right. God bless you. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Keep me company. Bye-bye.